In this video, we're going to discuss the slope-intercept form for the equation of a line. The name of the form tells you what you need in order to use it. You need the slope, which we're denoting m here. And then you also need to know what the y-intercept is. Some books will denote the y-intercept as just that number b. That's what my book does. Other books, some of the books I've used in the past, in fact, will denote the y-intercept as the point 0, comma b. So just something to be aware of there. So for each of these lines, we're going to find the slope and the y-intercept and then use that information to graph the line. So in the form y equals mx plus b, the slope is denoted m. So the slope is just the number in front of the variable x. So here the slope is 3. And then the y-intercept, my book would say is just that number 2. Some books might say it's the point 0.02. Either way you look at it, we know the y-intercept is the point where the line touches the y-axis, and so it tells us that it's going to touch the y-axis at a y value of 2, so that's at the point 0.02. And then we can use the slope to find a second point on the line. So sometimes we think of slope as rise over run, or change in y over change in x. Here the slope is a whole number, but if we think about 3 as 3 over 1, that kind of helps us visualize what that slope is doing. So it's a positive slope, so the line is going to be going up from left to right. So if we start at the point we have and go up 3 units and then to the right 1 unit, that will give us another point on the line. So starting here, up 3 and to the right 1. And then we can draw in the line. Alright, here we have y equals 2/3 x plus 2. The slope is the number in front of the x, so the slope is 2/3 here. And then the y-intercept is 2. So the line's going to cross the y-axis at the point 0.02. And then remember, your slope is rise over run, or change in y over change in x. So it's the vertical change of 2 units and the horizontal change of 3 units. And it's a positive slope again, so we're going to be going up and right. So starting at this point, up 2 units, and then to the right 3 units. All right, here we have a negative slope. So the slope here is negative 4 over 5. And then the y-intercept, so this is like negative 4/5 x plus negative 4. So b is negative 4. So we can plot the y-intercept there. And then thinking about that slope as rise over run, or change in y over change in x, it's a negative slope this time. So a little side note here on fractions. In the equation, it was written with the negative sign out in front of the fraction. That's the same as a negative 4 over a positive 5. It's also the same as a positive 4 over a negative 5. Those are all the same. As long as there's only one negative sign and not two, those are all the same. I think when you're doing slope, it's easiest to think about it this way, because then you're always thinking about what happens from left to right. If you think about your denominator as being positive, then you're thinking about it going from left to right, and then you can say, all right, from left to right, this line should be going down because it's got a negative slope. So I'm going to go down 4 units and to the right 5 units. Not that you couldn't go left and up, but for my brain anyway, it's easier to keep track of if I always think about what's happening left to right. So I'm going down 4 from this point that we already plotted, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then to the right 5. So we'll have the point 5, -8 there.